value, what will be BP or PB? That will be equals to under root of D2 square plus Rn square. So this AP plus PB plus minus D1 plus D2, that will be equals to n lambda by 2. Now after solving, substituting these values here, finally we will get the value of Rn, which is equals to under root of n into D1 D2 upon D1 plus D2 into lambda. This derivation I have done in your notes. Now this video is used to explain you what is Fresnel zone. Some students told me that we cannot understand what is Fresnel zone. That is why I made this video. So you understand Fresnel zone, that is an imaginary zone which is used to find out the interference occurred when a signal transmitted from your transmitter to the receiver, if some obstacles are present in between the path of your transmitter and receiver. Now this is your Rn. Now this is your Rn. Rn is the radius of n number of Fresnel zones. Now if we put the value of n equals to 1, n equals to 1 means your first Fresnel zone. First Fresnel zone. Now this is your first Fresnel zone. D1, let us assume D1 is equals to D2 is equals to D by 2, capital D by 2. These two distance between your transmitter and obstacle, and between your obstacle and receiver is D by 2. And your lambda is equals to, lambda is equals to C by F. C is the your velocity of light and F is the frequency of your signal. From here we find F1. F1 is your Fresnel zone 1. After equating these values in this equation, we get F1 is equals to 1 upon 2 under root of lambda into D into n. N is equals to 1, so this will be the Fresnel zone 1. So correspondingly we can find out Fresnel zone up to f of n, which will be equals to 1 upon 2 under root of n into lambda into D. D is the total distance between your transmitter and receiver, n is the number of Fresnel zones, and lambda is the wavelength. Now when your signal transmit in your first Fresnel zone, let us suppose this is your first Fresnel zone. If your signal is transmitted in this zone and it might encounter some obstacle or it might not be. It can follow this path without any obstacle, or it can encounter an obstacle. Depends upon if there is an obstacle present. Obstacle can be either your trees, your buildings, your hills, your mountains. So first Fresnel zone, when it encounter an obstacle, the signal will be phase shifted by less than 90 degree. Okay. So if your signal is traveling through second zone, when it will be traveling through second zone and encounter any type of obstacle, in that case your phase shift will be greater than 90 degree. Your phase shift will be greater than 90 degree phase shift, but it will be less than 270 degree. When it follows third zone, your phase shift will be between 270 degree to 440 degree, but ideally we take it as 360 degree, which is almost in phase. So when signal traveling from first zone and third zone, they will be in same phase. Similarly, when your signal travels through second zone and fourth zone, they will follow this phase shift. So on the basis of these phase shifts, we can calculate the total interference encountered by a signal if it encounters an obstacle. These Fresnel zones, their vector sum will find out the total electric field strength of the signal at the receiving side. So this is all about your Fresnel zone. Thank you so much.